Hey guys, Patrick Gray here, the MLM Marketing Pro. It's a plum please and pleasure and a privilege to be with each and every one of you guys on today. One of my light stands is kind of in a strange place. To be with each and every one of you guys on today. Hey, make sure you like, comment, and share as you come into the feed on Facebook. If you're on YouTube, I need you to comment. I also need you to go ahead and subscribe to the content if you're getting any value. So, with that being said, guys, hey, I just want to thank you all for coming along with me on this journey. If it's the first time you're joining, make sure you put first time. And if you're watching this on replay, make sure you go replay. And with that being said, guys, for those of you who are joining me the first time, my name's Patrick Gray, the MLM Marketing Pro. I've been in this industry for well over 20 years. I've had some challenges. I've had some successes, but excuse me, a little congestion here. What I have decided to do this year, I'm throwing down the gauntlet because is that I have decided that this year will be the year that I make six figures in network marketing. And don't get me wrong, I've had some other businesses where I've already accomplished that, trucking business, real estate, some other things that I've done. But network marketing has been that white elephant. But I have a true love for it. I've been a coach, I've been a mentor, I'm a trainer, speaker. But that six-figure mark can't quite get there. But you know what? This year it will happen. It will happen because of the activity and because of all you amazing people who are going along with me on this journey for accountability. And with that being said, what I want to talk about today is I want to talk about activity this week where it's get me, and I want to talk about your belief system because I have an amazing young lady who's coming along with me on this journey. I've got some other business partners who kind of committed, but I don't believe they're at a place where me and this other young lady is. Miss Erica McKay, amazing business partner, young lady who's been on stage with Les Brown, a couple other John Maxwell, and another gentleman. He's went on to be with the Lord, Miles Monroe. She's spoken internationally and just an amazing young lady. Erica McKay, if you find her, she's on Facebook. Make sure you follow her. But we're our accountability partners. We're sending back our numbers on a daily basis. And yesterday wasn't a great day for numbers for me. I had my granddaughter and my daughter, and I was going to meet one of our amazing business partners. So my day was everyone has those days. No excuses at all. So I didn't get very many calls, and I got five. Today, Sunday, is supposed to be a day off. I still have been talking with some business partners. I've been doing some training. And after this call, I've got someone who is just watching the video. But it just happens that way. But anyway, above and beyond that, she and I were talking about, and she was really excited. I was really excited because I do a lot of reflecting, and I listen to a lot of trainings. And we were thinking about the activity that we're doing. Who will do this? Because our business is as predictable as a Fortune 500 business. It's all in the numbers. It's all about active prospecting, and it's all about ABC, always be closing, always be doing some form of income producing activity. And those income producing activities is prospecting and recruiting. So we are both on just a run, and we've dedicated that for 90 days. And I'm definitely, you don't stop, but for 90 days, my activity is going to be pushed to a limit of something I've probably never done in my life. And she's at that point too. I mean, I'm going to be brutally honest, she's crushing me with her numbers. But we were talking about the results that we're looking for. And the thing that happens is, I don't know if you've ever read the book Acres of Diamonds, or there's a meme, a picture that goes out where you've got these two people. They're both striking. They're mining for diamonds, and you see this one guy. He's one more strike, and the diamonds are going to fall out because you see two people, but you see the other guy turn away before that last strike and walk away. And I was thinking about this, and I can't think of Britt. Britt is the last name. He was an Amway millionaire. And he talks about how he talked to 1,300 people, showed his plan to 900. 300 came into his business, 85 did something, and 11 of those made him millionaires. And I was thinking about those numbers. I'm like, yeah, why doesn't everybody do that? And I'm looking at the numbers that it looks like I'm gonna have to go to, and they pale. They don't. His numbers pale to compare how many it looks like I'll be going through. But we were talking is that it's a game of numbers. Why doesn't everyone do this? And we started talking about, and I want to ask you a question. What is your belief system? Make sure you like and comment. Are you willing to pay the price for greatness? Are you willing to pay the price to achieve your goals? And that's the bottom line. Because I've been around this industry for a lot of years, and don't get me wrong, I've made some massive runs. I've done some crazy things that most people wouldn't do, but there's always been that small thing that eluded me. It seemed like I get to a certain point, that glass ceiling, and wouldn't go through it. And I want you to ask yourself, as you're listening to this, ask yourself this: if you're in network marketing or whatever business you're in, or whatever your goals have been, and you haven't quite achieved them, ask yourself this: have you gotten to a point where you were almost at that point, that tipping point, or that place of breakthrough? Why didn't you break through? Was it not enough activity? Did you not believe that you could get there? And the thing is so crazy. I honestly believe that I can get there, but it's that accountability in my mind is what's been one of the things that's been missing. And it's that also that mindset that says, I'm going to do whatever it takes. How many out there have the mindset that says, I'm going to do what it takes? If that's you, I need you to comment, I'm going to do what it takes, in the comment section. Because guess what, guys? Just as I've laid down this gauntlet, and you guys have all become my accountability partners, sometimes we also need to do that to get us to that next level. But we're talking, and we were both just kind of laughing, because in our minds it's already done. She's looking to hit the next promotion level and beyond. I'm looking to definitely help her. I'm looking to run to the top of this company, to be brutally honest with you. But there's a glass ceiling that we need to break through, because I'm going to tell you, I'm not bragging, but I hit one of the first promotion levels in my first hour, the next in a couple weeks, and the next in less than a couple months. But it seems like I got to a sticking point, because there's a place of comfort that we all have. There's a place where we tend to believe, and I've even seen that in my life, in my income. There's a place where I'll get to, and it's pretty high achievement, high place, but then it'll seem like everything will start going back. And I'm being pretty transparent here. But I'm saying this because I want you to look at your life, and I want you to look at some of the things you've done, and look at your income, look at your relationships, look at whatever is important to you, whatever you're striving to do right now, and ask yourself, is there a glass ceiling? Is there a place that you haven't broken through? And ask yourself why. Has it been that you're not willing to pay the price? Because, guys, believe it, there's a price. Even in salvation, the gospel is free, but there's a price for the anointing. And some of you ministers and you fivefold ministers out there will understand what I'm saying when I say that, because most people just think, and it's true, that Christ paid, and I'm going a complete different way I thought I would. Christ did pay the price on Calvary, so we have access to all of the promises. But there's a greater level of accountability, a greater level of anointing for those fivefold ministers, and there's a greater access to a greater grace when you're willing to pay that price through prayer, fasting, and reading your word. Because even Jesus had to go on a 40-day fast, and he was the Son of God, but it gave him greater access. Because he had a greater ministry to do, and that we could do greater works because he went on to the Father. But I know it seems like I'm rattling, guys, but as I sit here and I reflect on this week, I saw how the last 2 weeks of my activity led to more and more people calling me back. Led to each week there is some positives. Last week was only one customer. This week has been 2 signups and a customer. But and again, you need to understand. Recruiting hasn't been a challenge for me, because I've recruited. Eric Worre talks about the 30 20 and 30 days. I've done that before. I mean, there's been weeks where I'll do 10 people, but it seems like I've been at a plateau because my team has gotten to a certain level. And I was just thinking about that. The most I've ever had in my team is about 600. And the goal through this run is 720. But in that 720, the income that'll be produced will be higher than I've ever done in network marketing. But I'll be forced to help more people than I've ever helped achieve a certain income level. So again, it seems like I'm rattling. But guys, if any of this is resonating to you, or if it's just rattling, I don't know. But in my mind, it makes complete and total sense. But anyway, back to our conversation. We were both kind of giggling because we know we've focused and we're going to attract the people that we need to make this happen. We're going to attract those people that are looking for us. But our activity is going to get us to a point where neither one of us have been in our network marketing business, and it's going to help so many people get someplace that they've probably never been. With that being said, guys, I just want to ask you, are you willing to pay the price to get where you really say you want? And what do you believe? Do you really believe that if you do a certain activity, it's going to get you there? Because one of the things we were talking about is that there were some numbers given to us that said if we do these numbers on a daily basis, something that we would get, signups every day. We found out that those numbers were really low. And again, it could be a cumulative total that those numbers have to catch up to us, and it'll start rolling. And that's kind of what I'm seeing to a certain degree. But in that, sometimes when we don't see the results right away, some of us will tend, and I've been one of those people, I'm talking about me, will tend to give up. Guys, I'm going to tell you right now, there is no giving up. I've laid down the gauntlet. So it's going to happen. And I thank you guys for coming along this journey with me, just watching and waiting. But in that being said, I thought about something. So I have a strong accountability partner. And I was thinking, how many folks out there who are network marketers or doing anything else, how many out there really have someone to help them? Because that accountability partner helps you. And you guys are all my accountability partners too. How many out there, if they had that person or that group to keep them focused, to encourage them on those days that are rough, when they don't get all of the activity that they plan, because that can be crushing too, when you don't achieve the activity that you said you were going to do. But some activity is better than none. Trust and believe. How many people out there would like to have a group of people who are like-minded, who can encourage them and all be your accountability partners? If there's anybody out there in Facebook land, YouTube land, that would like to have a group, an accountability group, where there's value given, specifically for network marketers and maybe even internet marketers, on some daily modes of operation, on maybe have some trackers to track their activity, or even have some Facebook Lives to give you some tips on maybe on some things that can help your business explode. How many out there would like that? Comment below if any of this sounds attractive to anyone out there, because I'm kind of wondering, is there anybody out there? I haven't got any comments or likes. But with that being said, that's just one thing that's rattling in my head, because the one thing I do know, the more people you help, you can get anything you want if you help enough people get what they want. So right now, that's my goal, is to help as many people as I possibly can get what they want. So again, it sounds, maybe I went around the mulberry bush and over the river and through the woods, but there definitely is a theme here. And my theme is, have you done the activity that you need to do to get to your goal? And do you really believe if you do this certain activity, will you get there? Okay. With that being said, guys, this is Patrick Gray, the MLM Marketing Pro. It's been a plum, pleasing pleasure and a privilege. I did miss yesterday's video. It was probably avoidable, but by the time I got to it, it was just too dark. I was driving and we didn't get home till like 3 a.m. So with that being said, guys, keep me honest. Call me to the carpet. See something, say, hey, Patrick, that's what I want. That's what I want you guys to do. With that being said, guys, this is Patrick Gray, the MLM Marketing Pro. It's been a plum, pleasing pleasure and a privilege to be with you. If you guys want to know what I'm doing, how to get an instant pay raise of $300 to $1,000 per month, starting with your very next paycheck. How to increase your credit score 50 to 150 points in the next 90 days. How to eliminate your debt in a third to half the time by paying the same amount that you're currently paying, and how to generate wealth and retirement income in the next 7 years of anywhere between $9,000 to $30,000 per month. If you want to know any of that, make sure you ask for information. I'll get that out to you. With that being said, this is Patrick Gray, the MLM Marketing Pro. It's been a plum, pleasing pleasure and a privilege to be with each and every one of you guys. Have a great